Hi, my name is VitaminDStain and welcome back to some more Chronoclock. It's been about a month since we touched this. Almost. Or a month? I don't even know. Anyway, today was a terrible day, so I may not be in the mood today, but just because I'm not in the mood today doesn't mean the grind stops. So let's get started. Actually, before that, if you do happen to enjoy this video, subscribe, hit the like, or the lick. Thank you.
よくこんなサイズのがありましたね。見つけた時は私も驚いちゃった。
When Makoto arrived, she hadn't brought just the ingredients, but also an iron plate and steel mesh to use for cooking. But the problem was how big they were.
これって縁日で見かけるサイズだよな。
What is Diddy wearing? It's not bad, but I've never seen a hat like that before. Kind of looks like underwear. Man, I usually see stuff like that during an Enichi.
縁日ってフェスティバルみたいなものですよね。
それはニュアンスが違わねえか？
そうですね。むしろカーニバルに近いというか。神社の催し事に出る露店のことですね。
While everyone was chatting excitedly, Makoto was standing off to the side in a cold sweat. I suppose her folks would have wanted to pull out all the stops when it comes to an event like this. Makoto.
あ、レイ君。
Sorry about all of that. Making you deal with the ingredients and the cookware too.
気にしないで。私から言い出したことだもん。助けられるのに手を貸さないのは私の性分じゃないからね。
True. Plus, this saves us a lot of trouble. I'd initially planned to bring the camping set I knew we had stored away in my home cellar. But for the quantity of food and the number of participants, it wouldn't have been enough. She couldn't let that go, so here we are. But I suppose there's a chance they may find out about your family, right?
さすがにこれだけで知られるとは思わないけど、困った時はレイ君が助けてくれるんでしょ？
I'll do whatever I can.
期待してるよ。
I answered her truthfully, but I had a feeling that Makoto wouldn't ask for help even if she needed it. She seemed like the type who would insist on resolving her own problems herself.
ご主人様、ご主人様。
Ugh. As I was speaking with Makoto, Diddy ran over to me, bursting with elation.
そろそろ準備しますか？
I think it's a little early, but are you raring to eat already?
私はいつでも腹ペコです。
That isn't a good thing, you know.
ハングリー精神を忘れるなとグランパに言われました。それは意味が違うんじゃないかな。
And with the way you're saying that, it makes you sound like you're being starved at home.
いえいえ、ご主人様にはいつもお腹いっぱい食べさせてもらってますよ。ですけど、明るいうちに準備した方がいいと思いました。
Ah, good point.
それじゃ設置だけ先にやっちゃう？
Sure, the two of you can go enjoy yourselves in the meantime.
私もお手伝いしますよ。レイ君にだけ任せて遊ぶのも気が引けるからね。
Nah, don't worry about it. You practically sponsored this entire outing, haven't you, Makoto? Besides, Diddy, you're not used to the heat, so you should just take your time and rest.
ご主人様にそう言われると断りづらいですね。
The heavy lifting is where the guys come in. Don't you agree, Suji?
さりげなく話題振られたけど、まあその通りだな。
男の子にそこまで言われたら任せるしかないかな。ディディさん、波打ち際で一緒に涼まない？イエス！映画のワンシーンみたいでドキドキしますね。女の子同士だけどね。夕日が沈んだらダッシュです。
It's hard to be in a bad mood when there's Diddy in the picture, you know?
青春だな。でもこれまた女の子同士のシーンじゃないよね。最近は女の子同士の熱血アニメも多いですよ。へえ、そういうアニメもあるんだ。
The two of them kept chattering as they walked towards the shoreline. Right, guess we'd better get things started.
さっさと済ませるか。
We nodded at each other and got to work. seemed like Makoto had already explained things to the other girls as they began to relax in their own ways. The three first steers struck up a conversation. Of course, I couldn't hear what they were saying, but I could definitely see how close they were. Diddy and Makoto's shoes lay on the beach a little ways away as well, having been lifted by their owners.
波がくすぐったいですそうだね
They were both happily playing around in the ocean barefoot. It really did seem like something out of the movies, even if Diddy's dialogue would have been out of place. Hey, Shuji.
なんだよ。
Placing the heavy iron plate on top of its foundation, I let out a sigh. Girls frolicking barefoot in the waves certainly makes for a nice eye candy.
それが目的だったのかよ。
It's more like a side benefit. This whole dude's been planned with good intentions from the start.
じゃあ DD にいいところ見せたかったとか？
Well, the thought had crossed my mind.
欲望に忠実なやつだな。
There's no other guy here besides us, right? I can't exactly come out and tell the others.
違いない。
Perhaps thanks to our dumb conversation, we finished the initial setup without very much hassle. It seemed like Shuji was planning to sit around and read while he waited, so I left him in charge. In the meantime, I took off my shoes and rolled up the legs of my pants. Taking a note from Diddy and Makoto's example, I ran towards the water's edge. Ah! Hot, hot, hot! I had a little bit of regret about taking my shoes off too early. Standing on my tiptoes, I ran as fast as I could towards the water.
わお素敵なウォーキングですね
I'm pretty sure tiptoeing is the opposite of a stride.
忍術でござりますか
Yes. Believe it. Naruto reference? Giving my own quip back at Diddy's joke, I stepped into the waves. At that moment, my feet up to my ankles were enveloped in quite a lovely chill. Much better. Now that I could finally relax, I looked up and saw Makoto smirking at me. Something on your mind?
いやレイ君が DD さんと同じことしてるなと思って
Did what? The same thing? So you mean she ended up running through the sand the same way I did? Considering I followed their example by running into the waves, I guess they would have experienced the same thing as well.
思わずタップダンスをしてしまいました
Ah, and I just had to miss that.
あれはすごかったね思わず拍手しちゃったそういう誠さんは熱そうじゃありませんでしたね神道を滅却すればってね必殺技みたいでかっこいいですねそうかな
I listened to Diddy and Makoto's conversation somewhat absent-mindedly, throwing an interjection into the mix here and there. The sand beneath my feet floated back and forth in tandem with the waves. The intense sunlight and the cool ocean water made for quite a pleasant combination. I feel like just relaxing on an inflatable boat or something. Might be a bit too early to swim, but being carried around by the waves like that would be a perfect way to chillax.
ガムボートの貸し出しなら向こうでしておったぞ
Even the ghost is here? I said I just felt like it. Besides, being on one of those things by myself. Wait, what?
乗りたいなら誘えばいいだろう相手はよりどりみどりだぞ
Pretty much. Kuro? What are you doing here? Well, responding to her, I turned my back a bit on Makoto and Diddy to put some distance between them and me.
辺りを散策しておったらご主人たちを見かけてな何をしておるのかと観察しておったのだ
Free-spirited as always, are we?
そういうご主人はよくわからんことをしておったな
What'd I do? Huh?
砂の上で奇怪な踊りをしておっただろう陸に上げられた魚のようだったぞ
You saw all of that?
DD のやつがおかしな舞をするところから
How long were you watching?
呼びましたか
No, I didn't. Though, we did just mention you.
お主とご主人が怪しげに踊っていた話だあちゃー恥ずかしいところを目撃されてしまいました
I totally missed it though. Well, anyway, where's Makoto?
私がご主人様のところへ行くと言ったら飲み物を取ってくると言いました
Was she being considerate?
クロさんともお話ししたかったのでナイスなタイミングですね
Machiri? Bachi. I forgot what that word means. What is bachi? Nah, I'm not searching that up. Yeah, since she tagged along, I wouldn't have been able to talk with her myself. Looking off to the distance, I saw Makoto and the others looking in our direction and talking amongst themselves. Surely we were giving them ample material for being jested.
ところで黒さんはいつも着物ですけどあっち来ないのですか？あいにくと暑さ寒さとは無縁なものでな。
Just looking at you is making me burn up. No, your shoulders and legs are exposed, so I guess it's refreshing.
セクシーですよね。
I didn't say that.
子供にはない魅力に溢れているだろう。イエス！黒さんは魅力でいっぱいですね。
Where's all this kuro glaze coming from? Though I am here all for it.
外見はとってもキュートですけど着物とトークはアダルトですし。
Oh, grown up like. Right.
ん？それは褒めておるのか？
She didn't like that no more. That it was.
ますよ。そうか。
Diddy was certainly complimenting her, pure and simple. But I had a feeling Diddy just insinuated that Kuro was like one of these lolly characters whose actual age is older than anyone's grandma.
よこしまな視線を感じるな。
I think you're just imagining things.
ご主人の態度で気のせいではないと確信したぞ。忠告してやろうと思ったが、まあ天罰と思って受け入れろ。
Before eating? Huh? What was that supposed to mean? The moment I turned my head? What? My world got turned upside down? It was like someone suddenly shoved me on the back and holy crap, it's cold. What the heck was that? Before I realized it, I was on all fours on the sand. My bangs were soaked and dripping wet.
水も滴るような色男だ。
That is totally unfair. We can't do the same to you. Or can we? I'd rather be a dry one. Thanks. So, all things considered, I'm presuming you just decided not to tell me about that big-ass wave that just hit me?
そういうことだ。
Now look here. Well, I didn't particularly mind the divine retribution coming my way, but there was also the matter of Diddy being with me.
今のは何ですか？
Stop now. Are you okay? When I turned my head, I saw a cute girl also dripping wet before my eyes. Her clothes had gotten quite transparent now, or rather, you could see right through them. Oh no. No, wait. There's no panties on here, right? That I have to censor or something. No, we're good, I think. Being able to see this was a stroke of good fortune. But yeah, guess I'll just take out my pocket watch and... Oh, not that. Now that I think about it, when I was about to head into the water, I left it with everyone else's belongings, along with my wallet and cell phone, to keep them from getting wet.
背後からあんな風に奇襲されてマジびっくりしました。高波というやつだ。海がこんなに恐ろしいとは。
How do you not know?
海で泳いだことはなかったのか？プール以外で泳いだことはありません。
What? Not even a black pool? Still, English summers are colder, so maybe people there aren't as bigger than the idea of swimming in the ocean. You okay, Diddy? I mean, Diddy? DD? We're not calling her Diddy anymore, I forgot. I call her Diddy so much that it's automatic.
おー、ご主人様もずぶ濡れマウスでございますね。
What is that? Do you mean a drowned rat? You're on your way of talking, huh? Besides, you ought to speak for yourself.
確かにビションビションですね。
Heck, I guess you have it worse with the long hair of yours. We'd both been forced down on the sandy beach, but I was still better off. My hair and clothes would probably be dry by sunset. But with Diddy's long hair, it wouldn't be that easy for her.
ご主人様もなかなかにセクシーですね。
Huh?
透けた服が肌に張り付いてます。
What are you looking at? Another weird thing to point out.
それを言うならお主もだぞ。What?
Kuro exclaimed while floating above us, her hair perfectly dry and fluffy.
ご主人と同じようにお主の服も透けておるぞ。
Oh, she said it. Well, it's not like I'm upset that I'm not able to look any longer. But if I pointed that out right now, given the circumstances, it certainly would be quite troublesome. Yeah, I pointed my finger at Diddy, slowly leading it downwards. Diddy followed the direction of my finger with her own gaze and freak out. Her slip was showing, blatantly so. At that. Was it? And since her clothes were white, her bra was also showing.
天罰のつもりで黙っていたのだが、ご主人としては眼福だったようだな。
Yeah, I can't deny that, but I can't agree with her either. Sorry. DD.
そんな、私も眼福です。
は？
それと DD なんでございましょうか。足を閉じた方がいいぞ。ご主人から丸見えだ。騒がしいやつだな。
You should freaking talk, girl.
我が輩は関係なかろう。余計なことをしたわけではなく、何もしなかっただけだからな。
Well, I guess so.
というより、問題から目をそらすな。
She's right, you know. Still, as far as problems go, it wasn't the worst thing in the world from my point of view. The problem was, how was I supposed to deal with this cute girl before my eyes right now? After all, the sight of Didi, with her eyes upturned and her cheeks flushed was, you know.
見ましたよね。
I didn't see a thing. I actually didn't see a thing. Maybe I didn't pay attention enough. All things considered, I certainly can't come out and say that I didn't. With her legs closed, she rubbed her knees together in dejection. That gesture of hers was ever so cute and just slightly provocative. I couldn't see her underwear now, but her current pose was even more attractive to the eye. Perhaps it was because even though I couldn't see, I already knew what was inside of them. It was because I didn't know the true details that I could let my imagination. No. Get your mind out of the gutter, man.
その、ご主人様。
What? Dang it, my voice cracked there. What?
変じゃありませんでしたか？
What are we talking about? Huh?
いえ、なんでもありませんですのことよ。
What are you trying to ask? I'm pretty sure that's something though. I believe she asked me if I looked weird or not. What are we talking about? It was just so sudden, so I didn't really see it well, I guess.
ですか。
But still, sorry. I know it was an accident, but I still saw.
ドントウォーリーですよ。ちょっとしたアクシデントですし。むしろラッキースケベですから不可抗力ですね。私もご主人様の肌を見ちゃいましたので、ここはそのお宝山分けといきましょう。
Even split of the treasure. Treasure? Don't you mean trauma?
そうとも言いますね。
Though it certainly was treasure for me. Yeah, time to file that little sight away in the old memory bank. At that moment, immediately after I tasted that little piece of manly adventure. Don't tell me you're gonna start dying right now. Not before dinner! Diddy suddenly grimaced in pain. Since it came right out of nowhere, I just stood on the spot in confusion. Didi winced, her left eye shut, and stifled herself as if she were holding something back. I'd seen her like this before. Right. It was that time at the arcade when we went and played that dancing game together. Hey, Didi?
大丈夫です。ちょっと海のオーダーが口に入ってしまって。
See Mizu. Ah, I see. So that was it.
デリ塩辛いですね。
Don't scare me like that, okay? Even if you have the energy for this stuff, your stamina doesn't quite match up, so that's kind of troubling. After being scared like that, my sense of relief was much stronger now.
Sorry. 楽しくてはしゃぎすぎました。
She's not lying, is she? I feel like she is.
なるほどな。
I had a rather strange remark from Kuro, but right now, Didi had my full attention. If it's caught in your throat, do you want me to rub your back or something?
大丈夫です。
Suddenly, from behind me, I felt a tap on my shoulder. Well, the gang harem is all here.
レイ君、女の子の恥ずかしいところをじっと見るのはどうかと思うよ。
What? Do you think that way of wording it is kind of misleading, perhaps? Nothing, ma'am. Absolutely nothing.
情けないな。
Oh, off. The guy takes the fall in situations like these.
先輩ってやっぱりエッチよね。まあ、兄様に限らず、男性はみんなそうですが。
Yeah, the weird one is defending us.
しかし、兄様、女性の裸に興味がある
Oh
ので
my
したら、
god, not in front of the
私がいくら
maidens.
でも。みちるはややこしくするんじゃないわよ。
For real. Someone slap her.
っていうか先輩も気を利かせてみないようにとか思わないわけ？
I love how she says Buster. May just be the translation. But it goes really well with Misaki's personality. For her to be saying that. It all happened so suddenly. I was just bewildered.
その割には至近距離からまじまじと見てたよね。小さい胸が好きなわけ？見るだけで満足なのですか？
Stop trying to take things in that direction. Though it would be a catch-22 if I try to get things back on track anyway. How can I break out of this situation? The watch, maybe? Nah, it's back there with everyone else belonging, so that's a no-go. I guess there wouldn't be any point regardless. Well, anyway, I must deeply apologize for all of that. I bowed my head deeply, making sure not to look in Diddy's direction. Diddy's direction.
って言ってるけど、DD さん。いやまあ、ご主人様が私をエッチな気持ちで見てはいたでしょうし、触ろうとしていたことも事実ですが。
Page 3, girl? What does that mean? Didi was trying to defend me, but it felt more like I was getting my grave dug here in the sand. That grave would probably be on the same scale as the Great Pyramid. And not only that, she was being so directly truthful that I didn't even have anything to say.
レイ君、弁解したいことはある？
Well, I guess my feelings were like 70% ulterior motives, with the other 30% being out of perfectly good conscience. Oh. I was grabbed tightly by the shoulder.
ごめんね、レイ
Oh
君。
no. Oh? Somehow I could see DD and everyone else underneath me. Oh right, Makoto had thrown me into the air. Whoa, my body felt like it was floating. I am thy chosen one. That must have been during the time that elapsed between my ascent and my descent. What a feeling this is. I'm the king of the world. Buddy here thinking he's Gojo or something. But alas, theory and actual experience were totally different matters. I only ended up hearing this from DD afterwards, but apparently I'd drawn a perfectly parabolic arc after being thrown. I must have flown for like 25 meters. Wow, she's freakishly strong. I can't even run that fast. And I didn't even feel myself hitting the water either. What a strange technique indeed. Makoto is something else. She's a scary one. Kinda like the scary one though. That was quite a surprise.
珍しい経験をしたな。
Fighting my way up to the water's surface and catching my breath, Kuro was there to greet me. I guess. Ever since I got my hands on the watch, I've been constantly having experiences like this.
男女のまぐわいは未経験だがの。
What are you trying to say, Kuro? That's not the dang point.
誰を相手に選ぶとしても、早めにことを済ませることを勧め
Yeah,
る
so
ぞ。
much haste.
人間の時間は有限だからな。
You know, I don't appreciate the pressure, Kuro. I'll worry about that myself. Thanks. Brushing off Kuro's unsolicited advice, I pulled my soaked shirt off of me. Taking care not to wrinkle it, I wrung it out to help it dry faster. Hold on. He just said taking care not to wrinkle it, and then he wrung it out. Doesn't that wrinkle it anyway? I could only do something this brazen at the beach after all. But then again, I'd only gotten into this mess because this was the beach. By the way, where's everyone else?
みちるはお主の体を拭く準備をしておったな。
Well, that's good to hear. But I'm surprised to hear she brought a towel on.
私の体をタオルにとか言っておったぞ。美咲と美優が止めたが。
Thank God. I guess I'll have to thank them later on. I found it so funny that they're friends with Michiru and they tolerate her weird comments and behavior with their own brother. Like, that's how you know they're true friends. Not just for my sake, but Michiru's as well. Certainly wouldn't want her to get wet, if you catch my drift.
城之内誠は向こうで荷物を見ておる。修二とやらも同じだな。
Ah, yes. The time where the blinds decide to blind me. It's so bright. And what about Didi? They couldn't have just left her that way, right?
心配は無用だ。着替えを持参していたらしいからな。
Huh. Isn't she quite the prepared one? As that thought crossed my mind, I felt towels suddenly being draped over my shoulders.
万が一のことを考えるのも
Why
メ
are
イドの
you...
役目ですからね。
Why is she wearing the outfit? Well, at least she changed clothes. I didn't want to cause a fuss, so I just asked the first question that came to mind. Did you really have to change into your maid outfit?
これが私の最強装備です。
Aha, I can certainly tell you're all worked up now. That reminds me, she brought this getup to the arcade the other day too. Does she actually lug that around with her every time she goes out?
それにですね、ご主人様。これから料理をするんですよ。なので、私がメイド服になるのもおかしなことではありません。
Uh-huh. I see. I guess it'd be like her work uniform. And cooking would be a little dangerous with all that flames and oil around. Which will leave my half-naked butt out of the equation.
お料理は私たちガールズでやりますから、No problem です。
Us shoujo? So 問題ない。
ご主人様は風邪をひかないように、頭や服を乾かしておいてください。
Well, I suppose I can take you up on that. Oh wow, now the sun does not bug my eye. But wearing sunglasses is kind of crazy though. Looks a little funky, but you know what? I'm gonna embrace it. Could you even see my eyes? I don't think you can. Oh no! I dropped the actual glasses. Thank God they haven't broken. They have every reason to break for all the times I've dropped them. Well, I suppose I can take you up on that. I wiped my hair dry with the towel Diddy handed me. It's the same one I use at home too. She must have brought it along.
誠さんの投げちゃったお詫びに頑張ると言ってました。
It's not really something she has to apologize for though. Like, she was just trying not to sully the mood, so she took action instead, right?
そんな感じです。なので、私も誠さんも怒ってませんからね。
Well, not after being freaking thrown around 25 meters away. I can figure that much out. The only lasting damage I had was a surprise of being thrown that far. Plus, I was totally soaked, but that was hardly anything new. But, Didi, it's alright if you want to take a rest, you know?
私ですか?
The way she tilted her head slightly was just adorable, but I could see that her hair was still wet. Well, you're not at home right now, so you don't have to keep doing your maid work.
私のことなら Don't worry ですよ。水を浴びたらリフレッシュできましたから。
Didi hopped up and down a bit as if she were emphasizing her energy. She certainly looked well enough. I just don't want you to tire yourself out or anything. Besides, the entire reason I invited you along was so you could have a chance to relax.
そうだったんですか?
Yeah, ever since you got here all you've done is maid stuff, right? And the heat today had you all Tommy tuckered out too. I came up with all this to repay you for your service.
わあ、そんなシークレットの事情があったとは。
Well, I wouldn't really call it secret myself. I just wanted you to rest and relax without having to be conscious of anything. And on top of that, I really did want her to be able to relax and have fun.
ありがとうございます、ご主人様。
Likewise. Thanks for your help, as always.
ご主人様にそう言ってもらえると MP がぐんぐん回復する気分です。それにお胸もドキドキしてますね。
That's good to hear.
確認してみますか?
No. Nah, I'll have to pass.
びっくりするぐらい悩みましたね。
Shocking? If you ask me something like that, of course I'm gonna be embarrassed.
おう、そういうものですか。
That is indeed how it is. If I try to pull that on you, you'd get all tripped up too, wouldn't you?
私は絶対に屈しませんよ。
Should I be worried? Hey, is that selling yourself up for failure or what? Well, it'd work out for me all the way anyway. All the same. Didi.
はい。
Why don't you leave the cooking up to everyone else and just take a rest? She just said it's fine, lad. Why do you not listen to her? I want to just relax together with you. How about it?
そのお誘いは心がグラグラしちゃいますね。
So,
休まないとダメですか？
I really want you to.
私はメイドさんのお仕事が楽しいのですが。
Still, when it comes to barbecue preparations, that's quite a bit different from your own work, isn't it? Besides, Mia's the one in the limelight here, so the most you'll be doing is just informal help, right? I don't really think that kind of stuff requires a maid.
もう、それは盲点でした。
Ha! Check and mate. Now Didi's got no choice but to rest.
ご主人様のお世話はメイドの仕事ですよね。
Take care of me.
ご主人様はいつでもご主人様ですから。
Mm-hmm.
でしたら私もいつでもご主人様のメイドですよね。
Aha. Well, I suppose. Hey, too close. There's no space. I raised up my hands trying to make sure I didn't accidentally touch her in a weird way.
というわけで、ご主人様の髪を拭いて差し上げますね。
No, I can do that myself.
遠慮はナッシングですよ。
It's not restraint, but her biddies. She's so close, her biddies are pressing against me right now. Why does she have to be this goddamn aggressive? Well, whatever. I gripped the towel more tightly.
ご主人様は私にお世話をされるのが嫌ですか？
It's not that I don't, but
なくて？
I'm happy and all, but you really ought to rest once in a while.
私は好きですから。
Huh? I ended up relaxing my grip on the towel without realizing. Oof! The towel was quickly yanked away and pushed into my face.
メイドさんのお仕事が好きなんです。
Oh, I see. You're playing games, huh? Ah, so that's what she meant. That sure was misleading. Or maybe she said that on purpose. 1000% on purpose. But even I could tell how disappointed I was. I know you love it and all.
ですけど、
The towel that had been pushed against me was slowly drawn away.
私がメイドさんになったのはご主人様がいたからですよ。
Don't cap. You didn't even know me.
お嬢様のお世話をするのも楽しいです。ですけど、ご主人様のお世話はそれ以上に楽しいんです。ご主人様のメイドとしてそばにいたいですから。
For a while, I froze up, pondering what she might have meant by these words.
新しいタオルを持ってきますね。
Wholesome Didi moment. Not Diddy. Smiling at me, towel in hand, Didi. Didi? Turned and went off. Wait. Didi. I called out for her too late, out of bewilderment. I only wanted to confirm what she meant, but she was already well over halfway to Makoto and the others. Damn, she teleported. Even if I tried to follow, I wouldn't get to her before she got to them. And regardless, I didn't feel the desire to do so. Was she just teasing me? I doubt it. Surely there was even the slightest trace of affection mixed in. But before I could return those feelings, she had already run off. Not as a sign of her rejection, but perhaps because she needed to put it off a little longer. I don't get it. I was exhausted yet also thrilled at the same time. It was an unusual sort of emotion. Could even a totally innocent girl like Didi make a man's heart flutter this way? I dare say yes. And I'm thirsty. It's time to drink water, boys. It's been like 40 minutes and still no water. You need a drink. Water's really good for you. You know, I drink water with almost everything and it's very depressing. Sometimes you just gotta switch it up. But still, water. Drink your water. Alrighty, the sun is gone. I don't need the sunglasses anymore. Nice. Very, very nice. I love these glasses. They're so cool. Girls are so weird. Well, the main event for today had yet to begin. I already felt as though I'd have had my fill of excitement. I felt exhausted, but also contented. Well, whatever. Just like I'd said, for now it was probably a good time. Good idea to relax. My body was being shaken gently.
ご主人様、起きてください。
I could tell it was DD from hearing her voice. So she's waking me up. It's morning already? I'd wanted to wake up on my own, but so much for that.
ご主人様
Well, right already, I'm waking up now. Did we get kidnapped? Good morning? Huh? It's bright, but the sun's setting? And I'm still in school.
おはようというのは、とても遅いか早い時間ですね。
DD?
もしかしてご主人様寝ぼけてますか？
Maybe I was dreaming. I squinted from the brightness of the surroundings as I surveyed the classroom, awash in a glow of red and orange. Diddy was sitting on the chair beside me. The two of us were completely alone in the classroom. No other students were present. Looking out the window, I saw students heading towards the school gate. I see. So, classes are over?
Exactly! ホームルームも終わってますよ。そして私の課題と日誌もフィニッシュしました。
Ah, I remember now. You were doing your leftover homework and the daily monitor's duties, right? DD forgot to do her homework that was due today. How did we get here though? After pleading with the teacher, we managed to convince him to let her hand it in tomorrow. But if DD went home, she'd only get wrapped up in her maid work, so I had her stay here. Sorry, I promised I'd help you with what you didn't understand and all.
Don't worry です。私一人でもなんとかなりましたから。
I thought you'd take less than an hour to get everything done though. Homeroom had ended 2 hours ago. Hey, no need to laugh it off. I'm not angry or anything. If anything, I feel like I should be apologizing to you.
いえいえ、ご主人様は悪くありませんよ。私が起こさなかっただけですからね。ご主人様はとってもお疲れみたいでしたから。
I feel quite terribly knackered today, guys. I see. Thanks.
どういたしましてですよ。
I thought DD was more exhausted than me, but I guess I can't argue if she tells me that. I guess I'll have to make it up to her sometime. I stretched my limbs out to clear the fog from my mind.
目の前で伸びをされると、ノーガードな脇腹をつつきたくなりますね。
No. Do not do that. I'm serious. Don't even think about it. I'm not joking.
それも含めてですよね。
I'm sure, so stop wiggling your fingers at me.
なんて、振りだけですよ。
I'm not Charlie. I'm Vitamin D. Clever girl. It felt a little vexing to have the joke to be at my own expense. Anyway, putting that aside, what were you doing after you finished your homework?
進路の希望を調査する紙を書いてました。
Oh, one of those. I figured I'd start handing them out sooner or later. There's still ample time until the deadline, but I guess she was working on it in her free time. Not like mine would require very much effort to finish. After all, my post-graduation life is more or less set in stone. Must be nice. I don't think it's a bad thing all the same. So, Didi, what are you wanting to do?
いろいろと悩んでいる最中ですね。
She's gonna decide being his maid forever. That's what's gonna happen.
第一希望は、ご主人様の家で永久就職です。
Predictable. What? Perpetual?
エターナルな労働です。
Until the Owari of Jikan. Until the end of time? What kind of shady occupation is that?
What?
Again.
What?
Never mind, it's nothing. I waved my hand in front of my face as if to blow away the delusions in my head. This is Didi we're talking about. I'm sure she wasn't implying anything. Anyway, what kind of perpetual servanthood did you have in mind?
メイドさんとして働くという意味です。
Should have guessed him.
おお！ご主人様は私の希望を予知していましたか？
Nah, I'm just a little surprised you'd rather keep being a maid. I mean, don't you want to go to the university?
勉強は嫌いです。
Hey now.
というのはブリティッシュなジョークですけど。
I agree with you. No, I agree with you.
今の私はホームステイ中なおですからね。
Right.
進学でも就職でも日本とイギリスのどっちにするのかもあります。
I see. That's fair enough. Now that I think about it, she probably will have to go home once she graduates. She's already achieved her goal of meeting her fiancé by now.
どっちにしても一寸先はアンノーンです。
Why is this dude acting like he's not the fiancé?
大人になってからのことなんて思いつきませんからね。なので今一番好きなことを選びたいと思いました。
And that's being a maid, right?
正確にはご主人様のメイドですね。
It was a little embarrassing to hear her say that to my face. She said she wanted to be by my side from now on too.
もしくはイギリスのアップルファームでのんびり暮らすくらいですけど。
Apple North 40.
でも日本のご飯には勝てませんね。
You really are taking food as a huge consideration, I see.
Yes!
Suppose when it comes to the 3 basic necessities of life, you can't just skimp out on one of them. You say home is where you hang your hat, but wherever you may settle down can certainly affect how well you're able to live. Home is where you hang your hat. That's the first time I hear that saying.
ご主人様は進学ですよね。
More or less. I've already decided where I like to go too, so all in for that. Though it's not really something I dream or aspire for like you do. It's more like something I'm obligated to do.
私も将来の夢というほどではありませんけど。
Dee Dee then clapped her hands together.
夢といえばですけど、さっきはどんな夢を見てたんですか？
Remember when we went to the beach before? I was dreaming about that.
行きましたね。ご主人様が海に投げられてたのが印象
That
的
was
で
a
した。
dream? At what time did... What? Hold on, am I missing something? Or maybe I forgot that he fell asleep in class and that, you know, the game transitioned into dream mode or something? I don't know. I may have to go back to... Which I won't. Go back to one of the episodes, but I don't remember getting here. I thought it was like real life. What do you mean? I never knew I could have flown that far myself.
夢で空を飛んでいたのですか？
Nah, I wasn't experiencing a specific point in time. More like I was just caught up in a general feeling of the whole thing. That reminds me, Diddy, have you been doing alright since then? I was still groggy, likely because that whole experience had left me somewhat exhausted. I mean, it is summer. It certainly does feel like it, and it's about to be November.
私は大丈夫ですよ。
Are you sure? All of a sudden, Dee Dee pressed her finger against my lips. It was soft, yet cold to the touch.
あんまり心配しないでください。
She smiled ever so gently, ever so kindly. You're not dying, are you? I'll actually be sad. Like, I know I bashed on her so heavy for a while, and at some point it just became one of those things where I just do for fun now. Because I don't... Now... I don't hate her. She could be a little annoying sometimes, and the way she talks certainly irritates me at times. But as I've I've grown to like her a little more. Especially how kind of clueless she is sometimes. It's very fun. And it's hard to hate her for it, you know? Although Dee Dee had touched her finger to my lips to keep me from talking, she did not pull it away immediately. My gaze was fixated only on her. When my lips moved in the slightest, they would be parted from Dee Dee's touch.
でも、ご主人様が私の心配をしてくれて嬉しかったです。
Dee Dee smiling visage was directly before me. Leaning forward, she moved ever close towards my lips, and then I could feel my heart stand still. I wasn't able to think anymore, so right now I was able to do what I was yearning for. Dee Dee.
ご主人様?
Taking Dee Dee by the hand, I moved her finger away from my lips. And then, still clutching her by the arm, my face gently drew closer to hers. Oh, this was a time for a salon. Diddy! My face was reflected in Dee Dee's eyes, but only for a fleeting moment. Her eyelids closed, blocking the reflection. In contrast with that small gesture, she showed no resistance. In fact, she seemed more than willing to accept me. Oh? A breeze stirred and the timer went off. Dee Dee's sweet fragrance drifted through the air. I could feel her warmth through the gentle contact of our lips. Before I realized it, the distance between us became reduced to nothing. It was such a gentle, soft, and pleasant sensation. Our surroundings faded into the distance. My heart was beating as though it was trying to leap out of my chest. No, not this game too. Our lips parted slightly as we each regained control of our breathing. The sounds in our vicinity sounded miles away. I wanted more. I wanted to kiss Dee Dee even more. Please don't. Please, no. Her calling out to me brought me back to my senses. Dee Dee's face was close enough to brush against my own. Within her moistened eyes lay a blurred reflection of myself. Then of a sudden came a rush of blood to Dee Dee's head. Even in the redness of the evening sun, the redness of her face was plain to see. How should I say it? The mood was right? What mood? Uh-oh. I mean, you're kind of going along with it, too. What do you mean if I say so? Dee Dee's cheeks were as red as an apple. As I was looking at her, I became aware of how much my own face was burning up as well. Suddenly, I felt incredibly embarrassed for doing that without thinking. But above that, there was a feeling of happiness. Yeah, right. I got a little too caught up in the moment. One could certainly say I jumped the gun. Dee Dee had certainly been honest with how she felt about me. But up until now, I hadn't returned her feelings in the slightest. I ought to have told her how I felt and started a proper relationship with her before the thought of kissing her ever crossed my mind. Oh? Yeah? Why does she look so serious? Dee Dee, just cool it for a second. That is true. I know that, but there's still something I wanted to tell you. While Dee Dee remained flustered, I took her by the hand. Holding her hand like that while staring directly into her eyes finally allowed her to calm down. I totally screwed up the order of things here, but I want to tell you something. Dorothy Davenport, I'm in love with you. This doesn't have anything to do with our engagement either. I'm head over heels in love with you. Yeah. I could tell my own voice was quivering. My face was practically on fire and sweat ran down my back. But I managed to come right out and tell her. That moment, I felt like I could scream. As a young lad. Yeah, that's the perfect cliffhanger. We're gonna leave it right there. Oh, that sucks. I'm calling her right now. Her reasoning, probably. I'm going back to England, probably. I'm sick, probably. I don't know. Well, that was the episode. Thank you for joining me in another video. This particular one being Chronoclock. I really appreciate you being here as always. This was a fun episode. I had a fun time. And I noticed that even when I have bad days, after I record a video, even when I'm not feeling it, I end up leaving feeling a lot better than when I initially started. Like, I had a terrible day today and I was in such a foul mood. I was very irritated the entire day. I was very annoyed and I just wanted to be by myself and crawl in a hole and just lay there unbothered. But recording this helped. Recording this definitely helped. Hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. And with that being said, I'll let y'all go. Once again, thank you for watching, and as always, I'll see you guys in the next video. Y'all stay safe, and until next time. Oh, Sour of the Witch, next video. Yeah, later.